Well, welcome. It is time for cocktail hour with Rick, and I am Rick Serra. I'm glad to have you here tonight. With me is, as usual, my lovely wife, Darlene, out of view over here, fully equipped with Nerf darts to try to keep with Rick, and I am Rick Serra. I'm glad to have you here tonight. With me is, as usual, my lovely wife, Darlene, out of view over here, fully equipped with Nerf darts to try to keep with Rick. And all right, let us figure out where we are here.
Hey everybody, this is my life, Lori, Alaska, Muffin, John C, Daniel Evans, Maria G.
All right.
Hey Mega, New Girl, Jimmy Rick, glad you could make it.
Figure out where we are here.
Hey everybody, this is my life, Lori, Alaska, Muffin, John C, Daniel Evans, Twitter, Maria G. Hey Mega, New Girl, Jimmy Rick, glad you could make it.
Figure out where we are here.
Hey everybody, this is my life, Lori, Alaska, Muffin, from Dallas, Daniel Evans, Twitter. Hey Mega, New Girl, Jimmy Rick, glad you could make it.
Figure out where we are here.
Hey everybody, this is my life, Lori, Alaska, Muffin, from getting up close and personal.
All right, is that it?
I believe so.
Can you all hear me? You can't hear me. They can? Okay. Good. Well, that's the one problem. I usually leave that on, but not tonight. Okay, so let's get on here.
There's 46 in the room, honey.
46 already? God bless you all. Would you start saying some introductions loudly?
I already did.
We'll do some more. I haven't heard. Start from the most recent and go backwards.
Jimmy Rick, Mega, Roy Quitter, John C, Spindalis, Mega, Alaska, New Girl, Maria G, John C,
John C.
Daniel
Maria G.
Evans, Muffin, Lori, This Is My Life.
Yes, everything looks good. Let's do this, expand. And now I see the beautiful posts. So I did put a couple posts up early, if you noticed, at the very beginning of the creation of the live, ready to go board a couple hours ago. Maybe you saw the promo I had, and maybe you've already seen the little video I put up for you all. I created that day before yesterday, thinking I would not be able to create anything Friday after the surgery Thursday. Here is a couple steri strips hiding the little cut. So basically they went in, they played around for 2 hours, they couldn't find anything that they needed to get out. Failure. Another failure. Oh, Rick Serra, stop that crying and boo-hoo-hooing. Sandy Gay, the owner of your brain, is now here to give you comfort and strength. You will survive this. You know what he did this morning? He already called not just the same place, but he called a hospital that has a surgeon that could possibly fix Rick up. And he called them up and said, could you please call up the place where I went to that they need your help because they couldn't get my parathyroid glands.
Long duck dong, ponytail.
Okay, well, yeah, we can help you.
Morgan,
and she
Dr.
set everything in
Detroit.
motion. this
Mountain
nice
Dew.
secretary, and then I found out from in the afternoon there were messages that
Woodland.
came in at the doctor
Mario Gonzalez.
actually called to check on me, the
All
surgeon,
Too Custom.
and checked in on how am I
Jimmy's
doing.
Jumbo
And
World.
really, I do very well
The
because
Exployers.
you didn't do anything. You
Scott
just opened me
Bagley.
up and closed me up. You didn't take anything out, so there's no trauma
Nerd.
from surgery. So
Mark Porterfield.
the doctors told me,
Heather
or the
Manning.
nurses,
Matthew Smalley. Patrick
Now.
Nicolucci.
let me turn this back because I'm no longer doing Sandy Gay. Sorry
Thank
to
you
confuse
very
you,
much.
but I had to pop her out. I felt like I might want to do that a couple more times. Is that okay with you? You might see Sandy Gay again. I'm wearing my beautiful tie-dye shirt today. You always get lots of positive comments on this. So, Daryl Haynes, he's a tremendous guitarist, musician.
Parker A.
He did a series. He would go to different symphony orchestras and practice with them an arrangement of Grateful Dead songs. He put together a set and he did a tour in honor of Jerry Garcia. About a year or two after Jerry died, maybe a few more after that. So, Government Mule is his main recording band.
Hey, honey, it looks like we might have a few newbies in the room.
A few newbies is always a nice thing. You know what? Everybody who has never, ever seen the show live,
Hey, Scott Bagley.
you send us an email. rick.adr@aol.com.
Desiree Eagles in the room. We haven't
Hi,
seen her in a
Desiree.
little
Yes,
bit.
you have not been around, but lovely to have you to join us tonight.
Karen Akins.
Karen, very nice. So anyone, first timer, you just send us an email with your full name and mailing address with postal code wherever you are all over the world, and you will get a gift. Yes, you will. Just for thanking you for joining us tonight.
Natasha Simmons.
We hope you'll stay through the show even. And if we could really be so hopeful, maybe you'll subscribe and click the bell before the end of the evening.
Jay Norm.
We do different things, different times. Tonight, we are celebrating the end of our 3rd year. 3 years we have been doing Cocktail Hour with Rick. It started with a little bit of a different name for a couple of weeks and finally settled on that. I was the sole host for the first month or so, and then slowly my mother and wife ended up in the activity because they let me come over here. I was hiding behind the mobile
Robert Ryan.
because I didn't know if my mom would let me
Christian Terry.
in her
Trey
presence.
Baker.
Like I told her, for respect, Mom, of course, I do it. I do it. Well, I do it, out of the way in the back, not to bother you. I mean, I would sit here and spend time with you guys more if I could puff a little and stay. She agreed.
Hey, Pamela Rush.
And believe me, she is not any person who is a proponent of devil's lettuce. Just loves me so much. I never had a reason to consume it except for I like to get baked. But in the last 15, 20 years of my life, I really baked my spine. Yes, I have a problem with the lower part of my spine. It's called, something stenosis, sacral stenosis. I'm forgetting the damn name. Spinal stenosis?
Yeah.
Okay, spinal. And I don't feel badly. That's good.
Uh-oh.
What, hon?
No, my phone did something weird, that's all.
Spiral stinknosis Yes, I pulled a joke on my wife.
Pencil, pens, and metal.
I didn't put deodorant on today.
Oh, God.
So I told her, but you know, hon, my armpits don't stink anymore. They really don't. So I went, here, check it out. And she said, come here closer, closer. Then she got to the perfect distance and went, oh my God, yes it does. What's wrong with you?
Gary,
I really didn't know. But I got her to smell my armpit.
Hey, Pam, we're making out all right.
Oh boy. You know what? Challenges in your life make you stronger after.
Christian Terry.
Don't give up.
What's
Be
your
ready.
What's your drink of the evening?
To me, the request, it is a bourbon that you most likely
Art Star.
never heard of. It's
Yeah,
called
it was, Scott.
Early Times. Early Times. It's sort of like a cheap knockoff of Old Granddad. Early Times. You can get kind of the message. It doesn't taste bad, and it is about 25% less than Old Granddad, if you can ever find it. If you can find Old Granddad, drink it. Definitely. I
Pamela
like
is
Old
drinking-
Granddad better than Jim Beam. I know people will cuss at me for saying that, but everybody who likes bourbon, they have a bourbon and they love that bourbon. They might like others, but it's their bourbon.
Pamela Roche.
Can't
is
go wrong
drinking-
with Kentucky gentlemen.
Rick.
No, they're
You
gentlemen.
hear me when I'm talking?
Speak louder. The gentlemen from Kentucky are very nice. What?
Pamela is drinking Coors Light.
And who is the first name?
Pam.
Roosh.
Yes.
She's drinking Coors Light. That's like you might as well drink water. Pam,
Roger Burley won.
just drink water and save the money. You get all that beer plus water, tap water. They just fill it with tap water, dilute it, and can it and bottle it, and sell it to you for probably more because it's light.
I wouldn't complain, Mark. That's not bad.
Now, if you're drinking the light beer and someone else is buying it for you, who cares, right? Doesn't matter.
Well, that's a strange
But if you're
combination. Rick,
What's this combination?
drinking Miller and tequila and Pepsi. Hey, Jennifer Weller.
Jennifer, my daughter.
Alaska's drinking Fresco.
And you know Jennifer Weller is not drinking any spirits of the night because she is happy sober. How many people here are happy and sober? Raise your hand. Jennifer and I think 3 other people. Okay. Most of you all prefer to drink. I hope you drink responsibly and not to excess as to cause your liver and kidneys to fail. Okay? So not too much. Somebody just, Jimmy Rick laid $2. Thank you very much, Jimmy Rick. I need to start, and that's a good start.
McCoy
Now,
from the UK.
so we need you to click the like button.
Did
We
you hear
got
me?
24 likes right now.
Richard, did you hear me?
No, what'd you say? Who?
Thomas McCoy from the UK.
Thomas McCoy from the UK. Welcome to the show. I don't see him in the stream.
Congratulations, Jen. That's great. I know that. We celebrate it every day for you.
Yeah. I'm drinking strawberry
Eagle.
juice. You get your White Claw, Jimmy. White Claw. Ugh, I've had that. Doesn't even taste any better than Red Claw.
Jen says she's allergic when she drinks. She breaks out in handcuffs.
That is an excellent one. That's something that they say in the rooms, basically. No, you either are in the room, or you're in the jail, or you're in the cemetery. Which one do you want to go to? One day at a time. Get away from being totally reverent, irreverent, and worshiping of drugs and booze and whatever. If it controls you that much, you need to think about it.
My arm's getting tired.
Myself, who's this? Mark Porterfield, thank you very much. I got 5 on it. Thank you, buddy. So, tonight, like I said, we're going to celebrate a little bit, maybe talk about the memories of our 3 years, hon. In our 3 years of doing this show, we started from a very real down time. You know, it was the realization that there's this communicable disease and a lot of people were getting sick. Hospitals were filled. They didn't know exactly what the hell they were trying to deal with. Even people were dying, especially those that were most ill or in frail health. It led to, let's be frank, it led to information being put out there in one way or in another way and leaving us in the middle to be clueless. And that's as far as I'll go. But we all lived through it somehow, and right now, knock on wood, the situation's much improved. But some will still remind us that people out there still are getting sick, they're still being affected, and we still need to be, vigilant. Don't forget what we learned.
Rick.
Yes, what? Okay. Thank you, Rick, for not visiting Pitt's Smell-O-Vision.
For not having.
Oh, Smell-O-Vision for...
Yes.
Well, the Smell-O-Vision technology
yes, I did, Pam. I
is
looked for 'em the other day.
certainly
They
not
look good.
available here. John C. sent us a gift and a
potato cartoff.
happy 3-year anniversary to CHWR. Here's to many more. Love you and Darlene. Thanks for keeping us all entertained. John and James. Thank you guys, John and James.
Protein waterfall, Italian girl.
And K1ish and Art Star, I see as well.
You just don't hear my voice.
Well, I can't hear every word. I'm sorry. And Protein Waterfall. And hello, Pamela Roosh. And
Thank you,
my
Robert
my
Ryan.
sister, Sol Cecita, right? Remember my message to you today? Did you
Visually
see it?
Victoria.
My sister. And that was a special message just between she and I. Christian Terry, love you guys. Thank you so much. Everybody, we love you guys. We love to have a group that responds to us and they realize we're just trying to help put you in a good frame of mind, make you feel a little bit more cheery after a long week. It's good to hang out with your friends.
Okay.
And as I said,
Say hi to Italian.
hi Italian girl, for example, where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. You all go to a place where everybody, they know your name. It's called Cheers.
He just did, Jen.
Cheers, as envisioned by me in this YouTube live stream that
Rick
we
has
named
a-
Cocktail Hour with Rick. Yes.
You have a hard time reading the comments because you're trying to talk to everybody.
Yes.
So I try and hit everybody's name. He's not trying not to see you, but it's a little rough when he's trying to, you know how he runs off at the mouth?
Yes,
And
diarrhea.
he can't read either at the same time.
Before you leave, Mark, you want to thank the Cocktail Hour community. It has always been a great escape from the rat race. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And we ask the same for you, Mark. Thank you for coming over and hanging while you could. And one thing I'm going to start asking for is, please share.
Jen, he can't take that tape off. It has to fall off.
Please share our channel. Please share our cocktail hour. Please let people know that you appreciate this creator channel and that you think it's worthwhile for them. Would really appreciate that. Not that I'm trying to become super large, but it'd be nice to restore my numbers that have dropped over the last couple of months. And I know there's more people out there that I can easily fit into this
That table really
and
saved
make
yours.
them as happy and joyful or as loving and putting out our empathy or
Yeah, he has trouble
sympathy
chewing bubble gum too.
and walking at the same time. Yes, it's a problem. Some people have a more natural capability of that. Myself, no. So another thing to celebrate is that since I'm not so bad off, because they did nothing really except for slice an opening in here, I'm going to be using this to carry some stuff. I'm just going to open it up and stick an eighth in there.
Ew.
So I can, wherever I want to go across the world, I can always just, instead of bumping it up inside of my bum, I can put it right here in my throat.
Oh, no you can't.
Rick's flat.
Oh, God.
You never know what I might put
Josh
in there.
is here. Hello there.
Hello, Josh. I'm glad you're here. It's quite
he
a
just saw the
scene.
new John Wick and he liked it.
Did he? Well, that is good. So I don't know where I am on all this. Probably way behind.
Well, just go all the way to the end, hun,
Yeah.
and just start. Catalot, hello there.
Let's see. Let me see if
Yeah,
I
I
can
want to
see
shoot his
him.
gash. I gotta watch that.
Catalot, you meant. Yeah, got it. Everybody. And Art Star saying happy Friday, Josh. Everybody, just the usual greetings.
When you look down at your computer,
You don't
nobody
see.
sees your face.
But at least I can
And visually,
see.
Victoria said, "Tell us a funny memory."
A funny memory.
Oh, that's great, Christian. Thank you. Hey, Mr. D Pants.
Since I've been through such a little bit of trauma, I'm having trouble with the mind flooding with those kind of funny events. Let me try. Give me a minute and try to pull something out. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I know why. I'm low on vitamin C.
C. How is that vitamin C?
Cannabis.
Oh, okay.
I need a little puff. And I can almost start to think in my mind of an image.
Well, I can give
Of
you
something
something funny.
funny.
You might be able to do it. We were doing the Friday night show. We were in our basement in Maryland.
Okay.
And the name just went blank. Air Webmaster.
Okay. Steve Seaboat.
Steve Sebo came over
Right.
for the show, and you made him sit next to you on the love seat.
Okay.
I don't think he was all that crazy about
Yes.
being that close to you.
Yes, but somehow we both survived and we didn't do any kissy, huggy stuff either. So we helped desensitize ourselves from that homophobia nerve that all non-gay males, unfortunately, you must admit you have the homophobia nerve. twist it a little. The handle. No.
No, I'm
spin.
all right.
Well, to loosen it is this thing here.
Okay, Rick, I don't need four. I just wanted to show Bo.
Bo, there's Bo. Bo's got a bunny rabbit right next to him. He's dozing.
Mr. Bob Newell.
Welcome. I was talking about
You don't like that?
Bob Newhart with someone recently, and I dropped my pipe. Dropped my pipe, and that means it is empty. Very good. Just great.
It's live.
It's Memorex.
Not Memorex.
Yes, we are live. And if this is your first time watching the program,
Really, Shaylee?
and that's not Shaylee, she's watched it thousands of times. But if you haven't, if this is your virgin event, my name is Rick Serra. I coined the phrase bring back asbestos. Other people have been selling a t-shirt. Actually, the design was created by a fan who actually put one together and sent it. And maybe he's been selling them ever since, but multiple people sell the shirt. Well, they all follow somewhat the one person's design. And I wanted to do my own, and I finally did it.
I like to see that. I like.
And it's
Canadian
available.
leaves, whatever
It's available where? On my website. We sell a little bit of merchandise, all at a very low pricing, and we sell apparel in the same vein. We actually have, the newest item is a hoodie, a pull-on, and it's available in many sizes. Unfortunately, the t-shirts for Bring Back Asbestos only go up to 2X, and it has been a technical problem that we're still trying to correct. I've had too many life events lately to go back to it, but I can tell you about 4 weeks ago, I spent half a week, literally 7-8 hours a day, 2 or 3 days, trying to fix this damn thing.
Mr. Bob Newell at www.rickserrastar.com.
That
That's
is
where
it.
You can find the merchandise.
That's exactly where.
It's right above his head.
You can almost type rickserrastar.com without the www. You can even Google Rick Serra, and there you'll find me, because I am the one and only original, unadulterated Rick Serra of Baltimore. The one you want to know. There's other Rick Serras, of course. There's many Serra people, and Rick is a name. Richard, Ricardo is not too much of a stretch. Putting them together, certainly. But when you're looking for the guy who comes up on Google search first, it's me. I'm so proud of that. And I'm told that people trying to get going into biz, they pay thousands of dollars to have somebody set them up with whatever little bit of biblio they have about their career. Somebody's been doing and updating mine and did it just because they wanted to do it. So secretly, I must have had a fan that worked there. It worked for Google. And I'm appreciative of that. Now, DuckDuckGo, I'm ready for you to do the same thing.
I didn't get that.
It's a competitive search engine that's supposed to not be as bad with having people creepily follow your every move. Remember the commercial where the guy would sing a song by the band, were they called Sting? No, they weren't called Sting. What were they called? Sting was in the band. I don't know. Don't stand so close to me. Something like that. Whatever. It was a commercial that came out on many platforms, and DuckDuckGo is supposed to be less likely to follow your every keyboard click. Whatever. Find out for yourself. And they don't pay me anything for referrals, so. Of course, that reminds me.
Thomas McCoy,
Hello, DuckDuckGo.
Justin TV reviews.
I remember that from a child's game I
Christopher
used to
Moon.
play. It was such a nice game. Lots of fun memories. And I like your company. You use that to show it's safe, just like when you were a child. It's safe. Safe to seek information. When we were kids, we had the libraries. We had microfilm.
I like
We
Constantine.
had novels. We had bibliographies. We had magazines. Everything was there,
And
but
now, is she talking about ducks?
it was, you had to go in there and touch it.
Oh, I'm Darlene. I'm Rick's wife.
And now, of course, we're so far past this. Everything you want to know could literally be at your fingertips if you use the correct search engine. Because some search engines block what you can find. They block it so you only can see through a small, narrow opening instead of everything. My wife is really enjoying me talking like this so that she shoots darts at me. For any of you newish people now, you'll see, that's part of the show. To entertain you, I say things sometimes off color, sometimes just boring, and she
Boring
shoots
is-
me.
Boring is worse than off color.
Boring is worse than off color. I have naturally hard nipples. So you might see that in the screen that there
Men
is a
kiss.
spot, especially if you have a larger screen
Third Martian.
display that you're watching the program
person,
upon.
2319.
And then anybody in the room that would care to, there's a couple of you here,
Don't forget to hit the like button, guys.
several times during the show, a link will be put up for something that you might want to check out between the cocktail hours with Rick during the week, weekend, whenever. It's called Discord, and there's many.
A couple people have you up on their big screen.
That's excellent.
TV.
The best way to enjoy my beautiful, handsome structure,
And bloody
roguishly beautiful face is in a larger screen. Yes. So, Discord.
Thank you, Justin.
This has been sort of set up specifically for Cocktail Hour with Rick show and my channel. And it's meant to be a no drama, no negativity. It's a positivity only existence here. We have moderators like you
Thanks,
might
JB.
know from other live streams. Our moderators are going to hopefully be not the most super pricky Nazi kind of moderator. But if you're outside of
So, Rick,
the Rick agenda, if you are insulting people, if you're harassing people, if you're insulting creators, I mean, I'll take a little bit, but if you're outside creators, I don't have to name them. There's many YouTube creators, and you know the ones that have been close to me. I don't even want to hear a negative comment about them, including especially DB. We don't want that. We don't need that.
okay, it hasn't happened, so leave it
So
alone.
I'm just emphasizing it so that any newbies know. We just want to have fun. We just want to be able
That's
to
Cindy
share
Lauper.
good things. Girls just want to have fun. Yeah. We all want to join the girls. So that's all I wanted to say about that. So you got a program that's been going on for 3 years. it used to be twice a week up till the very, after the second year. Shortly after that, maybe by summer, we decided to make it just once a week. And a number of people were so sad, and they still occasionally say, bring back Tuesdays. But it really was hard to do Tuesday and Friday and take care of all the things we had then. And now we're going to have more things on our hand. Some of you know, some of you might not know. I'm lucky enough to have a very elder and in good condition generally woman,
Here
my
naked.
mother, who is able to do whatever she wants. Her car's right there. She goes and meets with people here on the little mobile home community we have. We have a community building. They do line dancing and other exercise. Very vital, but
Spongy
unfortunately
sprouts.
she was found with cancer last year. And they thought they got it all, but unfortunately in January it recurred, or at least the image of it recurred. So she's going to have to undergo radiation, hopefully starting in week after this coming week. And it'll be full 5 days a week for 5 weeks, and then 2 days a week for 2 weeks, and then one last treatment. So we're looking at being here till at least June. So just be aware of that. As I said earlier, I am happy to be going on an overnight visit to around Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, and I'll be picking up a rental place, not a dirty motel, but a clean motel, because I'm actually going to sleep in it some of the night maybe, and some of the morning maybe ask for a late checkout to get some sleep in after late night.
Thanks everybody for your comments about Mom. I'll make sure she knows.
Yes, thank you, hon. So what is the activity? The activity is paranormal investigation, and the locations are all going to be new to me, but a fan of the show who doesn't like to be identified in terms of that, he likes it private because he's
That's
part of
true,
an
person.
organization that
Thank you,
has
Ferg.
quite a organized approach. First off, they're the same people that have done it for a couple decades. They have been insured and bonded, so their activity is less of a risk for anybody who has an historic building or location where something odd happens in the night, maybe even in the day. And they've developed trust in these different groups to let them come back repeatedly. I've been invited to go and join their group. I'll have to behave myself. I know, it'll be hard, but I'll try. Please send me prayers that I don't ruin my first opportunity to make it the only opportunity. I have been good in that, kind of making mistakes that result in that. I killed one. I had like 3 years invited to this big meeting out in Wisconsin. Fully paid trip, travel, room,
Gifts,
food, drinks, everything, because I was kind of a expert in fire and life safety code and healthcare facility construction.
Alexa, that's not something I
So,
want to do.
Yes,
I
I was pretty well respected. The reason I was chosen was I was nominated by one of the companies who I regulated because I was so effective, and that I knew the exact requirements. I wouldn't have to even dwell into a book of regulations. When I did that kind of work, I committed them to memory. How many of you do that? You totally memorize what you need so you don't have to keep looking up crib sheets. It's not an easy thing to do. It takes time, and a few crib sheets don't hurt. But it's especially applicable to very technical types of jobs.
Thanks, John C.
So I got invited to do this, went 3 years. The last year I was there, I was bragging about doing some ghost hunting and having a good time at it.
That's not what got you in trouble.
And the other guy I was speaking with, oh yeah, I do that too, up in Boston, blah, blah, blah. So we had something to talk about. And this guy, earlier in the week, I had to escort from a location where we had food, drinks, and then it was like foosball and all kinds of games, outside games.
Shoe slideshows.
And he was being inappropriate with attractive younger ladies, most of them the employees of the company hosting the show. I agreed to get his ass back to the motel, so I should have been the great guy, but I made a mistake. I mentioned my funny little video called Sandy Gay. And anybody who's seen it, original, on Dan Bell's channel, it may now be under Patreon. He might have put it back there. But it was originally on the Movie Dan channel on YouTube, whatever that has become, I guess. It's just, This is Dan Bell now. That's what it is. This is Dan Bell. So earlier, somebody wanted to know about a funny story.
I didn't think it was Sandy Gay. I thought it was that movie.
No, it was Sandy Gay.
Oh, okay.
So apparently this guy told everybody, and it got to the ears of the man who actually organized this annual conference. And he called me up and he said, I have something to talk to you about. I go, oh, okay, what's up? Well, apparently you shared something with one of the other guests. And I knew who he meant. I said, yeah, I think I can recall what it was. Just a little dumb video. And you know, he's also the same guy I had to get him out of the activity because he was coming on to your female staff. Remember that? Oh yeah, I remember. We appreciated you stepped in and did that. But I'm no longer going to be in this role going forward, and the people taking over, unfortunately, they don't think that that could be something that they would want people to be able to find in your background. So they're going to ask that you please,
No, it's like you're not going to be asked again.
we're not going to be able to invite you again. I'm so sorry. And that really sucked. Well, that's where I learned.
Dallas, you saw it, great.
So that's where I learned. Don't talk about stuff and mix it with business. If it's odd, weird, bizarre. Thank you, Jimmy Rick, PhD. Trying to find
What are you looking for?
his comment.
Right here, honey.
I got it. I would love to come hang out for a week if you could handle it, maybe in May. Darlene, I'll get a dirty motel and Rick doesn't have to come in with a sock on. Well, you know, if I was to
Jimmy
go-
Rick.
Ah, she shot Jimmy Rick. You see that, folks? That shot was intended for this, although generous tip. I can't prevent you from visiting Florida. I would say that you're going to be coming at a better time. The red tide has dissipated. Yes. And now the water temperatures will start to get to more pleasant levels. If you're talking May, it'll be definitely up in the low 80s in the Gulf. So, and yeah, certainly we could go out and do something. I'm a freelancer now, so if I took somebody like yourself on a ride around with Rick, see what a mess we can get into.
I'm not bailing your ass out.
Oh, you gotta be ready with the cash to bail us out. We'll definitely have the cash. I'll figure it might be 1,000. What do you think, Jimmy? Are we 1,000 to get out of the clink, or do you think it'll be a little more? Jimmy's down, though. At least warn Florida first. Well, Florida, I'm announcing that he was here before and he's coming back.
Oh, that's great, Spindell.
Jimmy Rick wants to come back and spend money in Florida. What do you think? Florida's happy to take their money.
What, you might hear some noise in the background. It's
Yes.
from Seminole City Center. They must have a band at one of the places over there.
And there's a little Irish place, the most common one, and have like a band. Sometimes they're like a full-size band. Sometimes it's just like a couple of people playing acoustic guitar and singing. And sometimes you'll hear the sirens and alarms. We are close to emergency facilities like fire and police.
Yeah, I hear them all.
You
the
can
time.
hear them all the time. There's a road that is behind me. It's heading actually west.
NEV.
And it's a north-south road. It's got multiple lanes,
Parker A.
divided highway. And it's the way to go to try to make a distance and then come over to smaller roads. It's a, I guess you'd call it not a major road, but secondary road.
Yeah, Shaylee said lawnmower guy is being pulled over for drunk mowing.
A lawnmower guy, our friend, the lawnmower guy,
Yeah.
Florida man, alias M. He, I thought I was hearing a noise, and I was kind of hoping there might have been an appearance, because I did get the impression a couple of times that he's thinking of something new to try out, and I know you all love his special appearances, although they aren't that many and they don't happen often. They always bring a smile, and we could all use that as much as we can get. So I want to point out that we have 53 people here live.
89 I'm showing.
89? Oh, 90 even. And I got 75 likes. Well, I tell you what, my my system here is all messed up.
Yeah, of course it is. I don't like it when you use that because you're not paying attention to your fans.
Well, it's,
I let you know when you need to see something. I gotta find Bo. I don't know where he went.
well, I see his rabbit.
Oh, he's standing at the back fence.
He likes to go over this way. He doesn't do much.
No.
He has walked all the way around and come back out. Because he can do that if he wants.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, this is a no pet park.
Suppose it.
You would be surprised how many dogs you see, and of course, cats don't count because they're not outside. But if you have a dog, if you've given them the correct paperwork for an emotional
support animal,
you can have one. But they're supposed to be on a lead all the time. And we don't do that with Bo. He doesn't go far.
Yeah. A lot of dogs, if they weren't on leads, they'd be running all through this neighborhood. But Bo very rarely goes much further than the edge of the property just by the street. We don't want him being too close to the road because maybe someone doesn't see him and that terrible tragedy happens, and so we need to keep him where he's safe. Plus, he lays on the ground. Anybody familiar with how Florida dirt is? It's not nice like up in places where you think of agriculture, the mid-Atlantic. It's not that nice sandy loam or nice dark thick topsoil layer. No, it's like basically ashes and sand. Terrible soil here in Florida.
Stone Creek 1, hello.
And it's dirty enough that it gets on every surface of anything. If you're walking, it's on your shoes, you walk it into your home. If it's on your pet, it's on your pet, and then it's on the furniture in your house, on everything it lies on, including your bed. And it only takes 6 days for the dog to go from beautiful to
They're here in a rare
Frito corn chips that are stale. You ever know that stale smell?
What you see, Bo?
Maybe a little bit it was even wet and it dried out.
Come on.
Maybe a little mold smell in there. Yep. Not good. That's what happens to your dogs down here. Plus, they itch unless you find a medication that can help give them a break, but at the same time not overly sedate. We finally found something that did the job for Bo.
Aproquil.
Apoquil.
Yeah.
So he takes that every morning, and it, compared to when we first came down, he is at peace. Because it's certainly disturbing to watch the poor guy. Mostly he's chewing at his paws and his legs. I know, isn't that sad? It's so sad. Oh, I hate milk. Milk is tricky. The day before, you might have had some milk out of that gallon, and it was fine. You had some cereal. The next day, you decide, I just want a little bit of milk, just half a glass. You put it in the glass. It's like when you're doing the decanting, you can, hey guys, you can smell that sour milk smell in the air already. So you bring it up, and some of us, like me, still got to go and try a little micro sip.
Oh, why?
And then the reaction, the full reaction, as if I had swallowed the glass
Jerry,
and
Janine.
chugged it. Oh, God! Why did I do that again? Why don't I ever learn?
I don't think so,
Excuse
Soul.
me. What about Soul?
She was wondering if Florida Man was going to make an appearance.
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't think so.
Oh, well. That would have been special for my anniversary party.
Truck runner, Mom's hasn't started her radiation. It's not chemo.
Yeah.
We'll find out next Thursday what her schedule is.
So we're hoping earliest it starts Monday following this coming week. So that'd be like April 2nd or whatever Monday is. Is that right?
Yeah.
So it's close to that. And I hope that I have something to bring to you in terms of something spooky to put into the vault. But I am going to start next week editing another Odd Place episode. One I'd started back in Baltimore and never finished. I did 2 nights of investigation at this place. The first time was in September with Dan Bell and Brennan Evangelista, the three of us. When Dan basically was telling people where the location was and wondered why I got perturbed about that. Yeah. Because the owner didn't want that to be known either, you know. And an empty house is not a good thing to tell people about. So, if anybody had heard about that, that's why I was a little livid with him at first. Well, that's it. All right. Go ahead, shoot me. I don't care.
You didn't see what I was aiming for.
So, but after we got inside and we all calmed down and
Hey, DJ,
I started to be
Xfinity.
nice again, like I usually am.
Oh, God.
We had a very interesting night, and that was live streamed. Some of you might have caught that. I think it was on a
We
Dan
have a
Bell
birthday.
Saturday.
We have a birthday.
We have a birthday?
Yes, it's DJ Affinity's birthday on Monday.
All right. I don't know what you just said, but you should not be getting in that kind of a... Yeah, I don't like that, making your face look like that. Take away the beauty.
You gonna sing happy birthday?
Yes, I am. To DJ Infinity.
Yes.
It's only been 5 minutes since I was chatting with you. But I am so happy to know it's your birthday. I didn't get to say anything about that. So, Justin, or DJ Infinity, he's just about to turn 19. His mommy and daddy let him go live over on the West Coast, and he's like at one of the theme parks. I always forget which one. The Abandoned Ozarks, that's right. No, it's not the Abandoned Ozarks. But he is involved in
Thank you, Abandoned Ozarks.
like these show of different events. What is it? Has like Harry Potter and all those guys in it. So is that Universal Studios maybe?
Hey, Carson
Yeah.
Thorpe.
All right, so I've known this
Oh, enjoy it, Carson.
nice gentleman for several years now. He is single, ladies. He lives over on the West Coast. If you're so lucky, maybe he would call you back or email you back. You could always reach out to this email
37,
address,
Rick, not 19.
and I said that on purpose. On purpose.
On person.
On purpose.
Okay.
I said that on purpose. I wasn't trying to put your real age out there. You just ruined most of your chance of getting a number from some beautiful, intelligent young woman who may be interested in someone to hang out that lives around them. So you're 19, damn it. No, I'm just kidding. He's a very young looking 35.
Thank you, Abandoned
So-
Ozarks.
This is the first song since I had my neck cut open. I was told this could affect your singing. So
Well, your voice is a little rough.
here it goes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Justin, or DJ Infinity.
Yes.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Happy
DJ Affinity.
birthday, Justin. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope your parents
Hey,
were
whoop,
watching at
tail
home. Were your parents watching at home?
He had surgery yesterday.
I'm
but it
doing
was
a frog
failure.
here.
Why are you doing a frog?
I don't know.
Charles C. Bunny.
I picked up a toad last night.
Or Charles, come back in
And I
3
moved-
weeks and we will sing. He will sing to you.
Yes, I'm always willing to sing Happy Birthday by any. You'll replay it for them. Your family will be so overjoyed. You can tell them, and this is honest, the story of my family. My family first was living in Mallorca, Spain, and we were Jewish. So you just had a Jew sing to you. But I didn't sing dreidel dreidel.
Bo is laying on the outdoor carpet behind Rick. Long duck dong, Rick.
Yes, long duck dawn.
Confucius say, Rick play guitar, no more sing please.
No more sing, please. Well, I think that really my voice has gotten stronger as I've done the birthday song. I'm sorry you don't agree, but I think others would.
I do.
Especially
I think it's gotten
those
better.
who have heard me singing over these 3 years, from barely able to hit the note to being able to get to the high note to being able to do it in multiple registers. Yes, I can almost hit alto. There's no way I hit soprano, but I'm definitely tenor or bass without even trying. And why do I say those terms? Because I sang in the choir for like 15 years at my church before I decided to go out and try to be a rocker at age 37.
Hey,
Yes.
Shaylee.
Hey, Shaylee.
Confucius say, man who walked through door sideways, Bangkok.
Yes. Unless he's Rick with micro. Then no effect.
Almost got your nipple. Why are you doing that?
I don't know. Didn't work.
I know. I'm ready for you.
Hi, everybody. I Sandy Gay, and I see he has some booze, and I was thirsty. Hi, bitch. Darlene doesn't like me very much because she knows that
I got it. Back.
Rick created me by the memory of his little sister, Susan. And,
That's not why I don't like you, Sandy.
oh, why? Why don't you like me?
Because I don't have to have a reason. Has
You
nothing
know,
to do
yeah, you should have a reason. You can't just hate people just because they exist.
I didn't say hate.
All right,
I
this,
wouldn't spend that kind of energy
oh,
on
what do you call it?
Can't stand your ass.
Can't stand my ass. I don't know what that means, but it sounds bad.
It
People,
is.
when they say they can't stand your ass, does that mean that you're like, they hate you or something? Come on, tell me. Tell me the truth, right? How about the ladies
It's
out there?
not
We're
transphobic.
girls. We can talk about it. Let me get my boobs straight. Oh, they're small when I'm Rick.
What
Point
happens if I
blank?
pull- Yes. I don't know what it would do.
It would do nothing.
See? I don't know.
It would do nothing.
Let's find out. Down here? Here. Okay.
It's a dud because you didn't let it shoot.
Okay.
That's physics.
Sandy Gay has lost her voice.
And she lost her voice. And she can't talk like it right now. Oh, no. I don't have any nice makeup on, rouge, no lipstick. I look damn hideous. And look at that hair. Shit, there's nothing there to work with. When did he have his hair clipped?
Last weekend.
What do you use, a dog trimmer? Gosh, this sucks. All right, well, I'm so damn disappointed. Hell, I'll see you next episode, maybe, if I feel like it. She irritates me.
Don Cathcart.
Don Cathcart makes me smile.
Who irritates you?
Seemed I've missed a lot. Yes, Sandy has manifested 2 times tonight, Don. I'm sorry. Sorry you had to see that. I don't like you to see that kind of stuff, Don. I try to keep my material high quality when I know you're in the room. Because you're a Canadian man and you expect that. And why am I doing this? I don't know. I was just thinking the shape of this
Air out those pits.
is angled like this, and then I'm doing like this. I'm making like geometrical shapes.
Keep your arms down. Your pits smell.
Oh, it's almost like the Sphinx's head.
No, it's like YMCA. Yep, that's what I say too. You can't do it anymore, can you? You used to be able to.
But the thing is, I can't have these.
Okay. There you go.
Hello, everybody. Junior Birdman.
That's my ponytail.
I'm a Junior Birdman. And I'm growing a pigtail. It's not enough to show yet.
His mama hates that fellow.
So, in a couple of months, I'll have a little pigtail. I can have it all pigged up with a little tie back, some kind of a black thing, maybe a black ribbon, who knows? Maybe leather with a bone in it. It's going to be badass. It's to do something with my hair because this is the part that's going away, so I might as well have a little fun before it's all gone. What do you think? Isn't that logical? Somebody wrote Rick the Legend. I can't believe that.
Well, it's on your water cup. Where is it?
I think it was a message that popped up. Bad being
Hey,
the operative word.
Not T. Hello there. Hey guys, and don't forget the Discord.
Yes, if you wish, there's
They will
several
be posting a
mods,
link, yes.
and they will put up a link. So we have another 22 minutes to go, and after that, if you wanted
Lassie
to,
says Rick the Goat.
Rick the Goat. Yeah, I'm the goat of everybody's goat.
That's greatest of all time.
Oh, greatest of all time. See,
That's what GOAT stands
I
for.
keep forgetting that. Thank you for saying that. I think about it
Dr.
in
Leonard Hofstadter.
my old linguistic interpretation from the before 1990. Well, how about saying that? Because maybe some of you were born by then. Yes, it was way back there that we would think that was not a good thing. But now, GOAT just being another acronym, it makes it greatest of all time. All right, so I've been waiting to do this. I think I'm going to light her up. What do you think? It's illegal in some states.
Rose is 3 puffs ahead of you.
The joy of the inhale and the exhale. But even better was no cough. Did you notice that, honey?
For once.
No cough. I think that was a miracle.
Yes. Oh yeah, there's a lot of crickets out here. Or frogs. I'm not sure which
There's
one they are.
tree toads, as well as crickets. And like I said earlier, you might have missed it. Last night I was chatting, and I happened to be standing right over here by my mother's car.
Hey, Samsonite.
And I looked down, and there was a toad. He let me pet him. He let me pick him up. Then he tried to get away,
Why didn't you show me?
and I put him into one of the bushes.
I like frogs.
Oh, I do too.
God said,
One
"Lick the
year,
frog."
there was this little tree frog that was up in Baltimore, and Darlene found it on her mirror of her car, and she didn't realize it was there until she was driving.
And
She
Ryan
saw it.
Ferrier. Yeah.
So she saw it. So when she got to where she was going, which I believe was
CBS.
was it? Okay. You took it and put it on something.
Put it in the grass.
In the grass? Okay.
I actually saw it when I was doing the drive-through at Dunkin' Donuts.
That's when you first saw it there?
Yeah.
So it got a ride on her car. Luckily, she drives at or below the speed limit.
That thing was stuck on that.
Yeah, well, it has
Mirror.
those little pieces on the ends of its little legs, fingers, like, that really stick on. They stick on much better than a GoPro mount, let me tell you.
Oh, certainly does.
GoPro mounts, unless you're going very slow, don't count on them. And let me tell you, next time I buy a GoPro, it's going to have electronic tag on it. Yes, it is.
The next time you might listen to me when I say, don't put it on there.
Or just drive slowly in the shoulder.
That's not going to happen. I'm trying to find that photo, but I don't know if I can.
Of your frog?
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful little frog, I have to admit.
Oh, no, it's not there.
So this was not the most hilarious episode that I've ever been a part of. I don't know what that was all about. Anybody have anything you'd like to try to stimulate my jocularity muscles? Maybe post a little something and ask me to talk about it?
Thanks, Alaska.
Kermit. Oh, Kermit. No, it wasn't Kermit, but I had a good time with Kermit one night. He didn't, but I did.
Oh.
He came with Miss Piggy, knocked at the door. Miss Piggy, she's such a horny bitch. I was alone. I didn't care. They didn't care. Miss Piggy pulls my pants down, and of course she's a doll, but she knows how to use her little hands, and she brought like one of those jack-off sleeve things and got me in it and used her little bare hands to get me going pretty well. Meanwhile, Kermit crawled around and started to get up into my
Oh,
butt.
stop.
He crawled in there pretty good ways, and then he started doing stuff. I think he was doing what's called prostate massage. You ever heard of this stuff? And God, I could not believe between her and between him. Well, she got splooged pretty bad. And then he came out, he was smelling pretty bad too. So I did the nice thing at least. I took them in the bathroom, cleaned them both off, and I blew dry their hair. Well, Kermit doesn't have much hair, but, well, she
Christian
does.
Terry.
So after I got them all cleaned up, they said
no.
maybe another time, and they just said like that, didn't even say a word, and out the door they went. And I looked out, and they like, as they were walking my sidewalk, they just disappeared. Jim Henson is what? He is shaking in his grave right now.
Do you know
So
Knob,
obsessed
Rick?
with
Do you
hate.
know Knob Trablowski?
Do I know who? Knob Jablowski.
Troblonski.
I don't know that one.
Okay.
I think it's somebody making up a dirty name. And if you look at it carefully, you'll see what it means.
Hey, Dan Wilson.
And Waka Waka, thank you, new girl. What is going on with this thing? Oh, I forget, it's not touch sensitive. The tiny tree frogs are so cute. They have been talking about it every week, mate. What are we talking about every week? Rick finally ate a cake of cherry suet from Ollie's. Kind of bitter. I did not, Samsonite, you sucker. I had a greasy box last night. Oh, ice cream. I had ice cream. I had chocolate ice cream last night. And
Where are you seeing this?
if an Aussie granny stands in front of an open fridge looking for snacks,
Hey, Goodlet, hello
will
there.
that lead to a perky nana?
Hey, Gary, I
Oh
heard
my
that on
God,
the
somebody
news.
should read this shit more.
What are you looking at?
The dirty bird is great. 4 puffs ahead of you now. Did you kill Kermit? No, he survived. He walked away. I hit the button. That means how many likes are we up to now? We're up to 89. We need a little more.
You're really
We got
far
some
back.
time.
You need to not look at your screen.
Oh, I'm way behind.
Yeah, you're way behind.
Rick reading the rando comments. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Sometimes I take the rando comments and Yum Hansen was a genius. Dark crystals were one of my faves. Oh my God, there goes my childhood. Hey Caleb, you have a special guest. Rick the Knob, legend or nothing myself. Rick is far back. Ditto Shaylee. Will we default or we will deficit? Reading the rando comments. Rick, did you see about guitarist for Saliva? No, I don't play with my teeth. I'm not that good. Behind your head. And they go. Nope. It's hard enough with my right hand
I never
and my
really
left hand.
cared what
Did you
color
notice
their hair was.
That this is actually my right hand and this is my left hand? Well, now you did.
Oh, Knob is Shaylee and Mr. Deepan's son.
Knob. Oh, good. I was thinking about somebody was taking something out of their pants, which sometimes is referred to as a knob.
Oh yeah, I've been every shade in the book as far as my hair is concerned. Blonde, brunette, redhead, anywhere in between.
Not me.
frosted.
I've always been brown when I was, like I'd say, up to my early mid-20s. In the summer, my hair would get to be a little auburn red. I think I got that from
If you grew hair
my,
on your face, it definitely had red in it.
definitely from mother's side of the family, we had red. Although my grandmother, I think her hair was red. Of course, it was red from a bottle when she was older. She liked to be a red head. even though she was German. But she liked to be a ginger. I don't know why. Being a ginger, you'd think she was more like trying to be either a Irish person or something like that, maybe Scottish. But I didn't know there were a lot of red-headed Germans, blondes. Otherwise, I thought they were pretty much brunette and black. Or looked like Hitler. Oops, sorry. We all can't be held responsible by one person. So Germans, I'm sorry if I offended you by saying that. I usually use that reference for certain American politicians nowadays. So the German reference was really uncalled for. So, as I violated one of my own rules, remember, we love everybody. And we love peace and happiness.
Do you have the hiccups?
Yes, I do.
Here, smell my pit.
So, Stone Creek, did you like it? Stone Creek popped over to the Discord group. So Irish, Dutch, and German can be all ginger-headed. Okay, thank you for that.
They're seeing your bald spot when you put your head down.
Yeah, look at that.
I know.
This was what was Dan Bell's favorite part of my body to videotape, where the hair was thin way back here. He'd have me
What a combo,
on camera.
Mario.
I'd look up at him. He'd have a dirty smirk on his
Hey,
face.
Nutella, glad you were able to get here. Oh, give me some of that coconut
It's so
cake.
sad because Dan and I had so many funny moments in life. Oh well, maybe the old Dan will come back one day. I hope so.
Michaela's in the room. She got here a little late, but she's here. You don't have to look on that screen.
I know. It doesn't matter because I'm touching it. And you know what that means.
Yeah, but at least it's not your phone.
Pencils, pens, and metal now is German. Red pubes, yes. I believe that my pube hair was auburn when I think back on noticing my pube hair, and that would be at the early times of my initial sexual encounters. But yes.
Hey, Sarah R. Hello there.
I also learned that it's not a good idea to shave your hair off of your base of or the shaft of your penis. Why? It keeps growing back. And it itches like hell before it does grow back. So I've been pretty much just, it's a laissez-faire policy for me and my pubes. I don't know what's down there. I don't look too closely. God knows. I hear that there are services available from
Dan
professionals.
Wilson says wax it.
Thank you, Dan, but I don't think so. I'll wax all my back hair off, too. Yes, that would be good.
He did get his chest shaved a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, they came up here and gave me a little bit of a couple of swipes across with the lawnmower at the top. I said, how far are you going down? The girl asked why. I said, I don't want you to mess up the view for me when I do my next porno. Well, you know, the women, they don't like men's having shaved chests. They look for men with hair.
Depends on the woman.
Well, you know, you do the accounting. How about the money I got last month? She was very happy with my hair. The nude shot I did up in Homosassa Springs. With the manatee. Was a girl dressed up as a manatee, remember?
No, I don't.
How could you forget? You made $1,500 on that deal.
I wish we made $1,500. That would pay for the tires we just had to put on.
Well, that's true. You can't just play along.
No, not for that.
Why can't you just play along?
Because it's stupid.
It
It's stupid.
It wasn't. It was, people were starting, look, there's a comment. Rick, you wax mine and I'll wax yours. That's not what I'm looking for. Hope you're doing well and
Hey,
you're...
boatman.
Boatman, thank you very much. I'm just being bad here because I thought that maybe I needed to add some spice here at the end.
Your Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy was enough.
All right, so there was a Mr. Kermit, Miss Piggy story there for just a few minutes. It was all in fun.
Long, agonizing minutes.
Just 10 minutes or 12 minutes, whatever. Hopefully that will not be enough to hurt my standing on this lovely network known as YouTube, because it's you creating what's on your tube for those to entertain by watching your content. And as I hiccup while I talk to you, that's even more cute or pathetic, whatever way you like it. And yes, I do TikTok, announcement for everything. I do a Facebook announcement from both my private and business Facebook accounts, and Instagram and Twitter. And you can find out all of my social media links on rickserrastar.com. We sell merchandise, little things that you could just enjoy. They're not expensive, but if it's not your bag, then I'm not going to drag this on.
Thank you.
We do sell a little bit of apparel, mostly t-shirts with different images for different either playlists
Hey, Karen,
or
I'll read that after the show. Thank you.
etc. And we do have one pullover hooded sweatshirt that is part of the Bring Back Asbestos message. So please consider taking a peek if you've never ever gone up there. If you haven't picked up the Discord link from one of the moderators that helped set that up, moderators, please pop that out at least one more time.
I'm sure they will.
It's right about at the end now. So please pop out that Discord link for my friends. You could go there with the show right now. We're hitting the very end of the show. Perfect time for you to extend your getting to know the people you just met here in the room. If you're one of the new folks, don't
Michael
forget.
Riot. Yes, we go from 8 to 9:30 on Fridays.
8 to 9:30 in daylight savings time. So we're Eastern time, 8 o'clock, with the daylight savings added to it. So I hope you can figure out that don't forget to send us your email. If you were a newbie,
Watch out, you almost hit go.
you need to write us. Rick.ADR at AOL.com. It's a valid email. It's our business email. You have a question about something you bought on the website, or you just wanted to shout out something to us, ask me a question. If you would like me to ask for a call for prayers for someone in your family or someone close, we do all of that. Or if you just would like to have someone to chat with, usually I do those. So you get to chat with Rick for free and maybe even video chat.
That's
So,
right, John C.
if you're on Google Chats, you're registered on Google Chats, that's where I like to try to do our chatting. Second place could be Facebook Messenger. So I do that, and I don't even leave any doo-doo. I'm just hiccuping. And I've been there, luckily, when some people really needed someone. I was able to be there. And I've made some very tight connections for life with those people. I know who they know, that they are who I mean. And maybe you would be a person like that in the future, but if not, great. I'd rather you be happy and healthy and prosperous and full of love and enjoy. Because that's what I'm trying to help push, basically. This is the little world within the world where we can escape 90 minutes once a week. It's not that big of a time crunch or a commitment. Thank you very much, Jimmy Rick, again.
He says, what do you get when you mix an Irishman and an octopus?
Oh, gosh. Come on, Jimmy, what we got? 8 maids a milking. Linus Tech Tips is a big YouTube tech guy. So if you have technical issues, go to Linus Tech Tips. This is a message from Don Cathcart. Thank you for sharing, Don.
Yeah, because he said something about him and some people didn't know who he was. So that was the explanation.
Well,
You're bent over. You can't be seen.
can't be seen. Well, it is been nice to be seen, but by you all as I hiccup our way out. Man, I can't believe it. I hope you've enjoyed. We still have 79 people. We hit 100 likes.
Yay.
101. Thank you. And if there is nothing on your calendar for the rest of the evening, it is only 9:30. You could hop over to my videos and take a look at maybe a couple of the ASMR, including the newest release. And after you watch that, it even leads you to another program about our time in New Mexico in January of this year. Until next week,
Good night, all.
we will be back. Hopefully I'll have a lot more of the usual expected crazy energy, but at least I was able to do something and hiccup while I was doing it. So, Have a nice rest of your weekend and evening. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. I love you.